What is up, everybody? How's everybody doing? This is stream number 6, DD Live Weekly stream number 6. It's crazy. I can't believe that we're already 6 into these, and I still get freaking nervous every time, every goddamn time. Actually, 5 years into this, and I still get nervous every goddamn time. Jesus. But you guys always put me at ease pretty damn quickly, which is cool. But also, I think a big thing is like on the day of, I'm like antsy all day. I'm just so excited to be hanging with you guys. And so then when I get home, I don't really start setting up until like 30 minutes before. And it's like in that 30 minutes, I'm like in panic mode. And I'm completely like freaking out. Because especially when you're doing like OBS, you gotta have all your ducks in a row, and there's like a dozen ducks, and if one of those ducks isn't in place, oh Jesus, it's crazy. But you find people are here, and it's been 2 years since the Halloween 2018 trailer, so we're gonna go back, and we're gonna relive what that week was like, and maybe a little bit before. And we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to talk about Evil Dead and the possibilities of that, which is always awesome. Everybody loves Evil Dead. And, shoot the shit, talk music, tell lies, do whatever. It's going to be fun. But first, let me say hello to all you beautiful people here in the chat. I did my unboxing video. I recorded it yesterday. I haven't put it out yet, but I might show you guys some goodies too that I got. All right. Layla Carney, how are you doing? Jonathan Nichols. Alicia, what's up? Horror and Coffee. I remember Horror and Coffee from last time. Wade Fox, how you doing, Wade? You want me to say it? I'll say it. Don't make me say it. Fuck off, Wade. Demonic Trinity. Blue Raven Films. Brett Stewart, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Michael Montgomery, not going to get into that. And Andy E. Sawa, how are you doing? Bo Tiggy, all this good stuff in here. I saw Beth in there too earlier. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I guess that's a good place to start. Like, how are you guys doing? It seems like for the last couple of months, it's just been one thing after another thing after another thing. It's pretty much 2020. Is it a year that we're going to look back and it's just going to stick out like an eyesore? Is that what's going to happen? Is there going to be anything good about this year? Any redeeming quality? I don't know. Dave Vanderhoff, what's up, brother? Nice to see you in here. Oh, do you guys see the Dynasty record behind me? You know I love Dynasty. Yeah, speaking of vinyl, I got some vinyl goodness in here. Maybe I'll make some time to show that off. But yeah, so cool to see you guys in here. I got some topics here. I had a troll comment today, and it was just, I don't really get upset by troll comments. If anything, I get interested, like in the possibilities of them. Like every now and then, we YouTubers were like, can we reach you? And we know the ultimate answer to that is no. You can't reach a troll. You can do whatever you try, but you can't not like a dyed-in-the-wool, full-on troll that's just there to make your life, they just hate you. Or they might not even hate us. I don't know what the purpose of a troll is. Like, I would love to just see a day in the life of a troll. Like them getting up in the morning, hitting their alarm clock. Like, does a troll hit an alarm clock like we hit an alarm clock? Going about their day up until that point where they get online and they're just like, oh, and they're just like, yes, I can't wait to make his life a living hell today, But today I got a funny one because this guy went on and he looked at my like top 50, and he left like three or four comments in a row. And basically just completely obliterating me. Like, I'm the worst YouTuber on the planet. And it was funny because one of his critiques was, I just wasted 40 minutes of my life. And I'm like, you sat there for 40 minutes and it took you that long to realize you just wasted? Like, if it was that bad of a video, Like, wouldn't you have checked out? I don't know. Usually for me, it's 2 minutes in. 2 minutes. I'll give you 2 minutes. If you can't grab me in 2 minutes, I get the fuck out of there. I got no reason to be there. Okay. Chris says, a person who hates me, my ex-wife. That's great. But they're fun. Like, I don't get upset by them. But big shout out. I don't think Jill's in here, but Jill actually, she I guess she saw that comment and she went in there and she left him a comment, and it inspired me to leave a comment to the douchebag. It was funny, but I don't know. Is there a lesson to be learned with trolls? I don't know. Arnold Schwarzenegger, I remember there was a troll comment, and Arnold Schwarzenegger came in and he was just like, this was on Facebook. And he was just like, you can do two things right now, okay? You can continue going down the road that you're going and probably end up nowhere, or you can choose the positive. You can actually try to come up with a plan for your life and, I don't know, make something of it. I don't know, but you could go round and round with trolls, you know? I think trolls are an essential part of YouTube. They're part of the YouTube DNA, and it makes me wonder, would we be better off if we had no trolls whatsoever and everybody was just completely nice to each other? I don't know. Maybe they are part of the fun, you know? Maybe I'm wrong. But I kind of got off on a rant here there, didn't I? It's funny though. Ashley Moore, how are you doing? Nice to see you in here. Horror Nerd 13, Video Boy 80s, David K. David K. Lee, does your wife ever guest star in your vids at all? I almost got her to. Like one time, there was one time. It's like you have to get the stars aligned, and everything has to be like the moon has to be in alignment with Jupiter or something like that. I'm not an astronomer, guys. Okay, but I almost had her at one time. I was just like, can you do a video with me? And she literally said yes. But I knew I had like a good 2 minute window, and then she'd just be like, nope, not doing it. And so she didn't do it. The only one that would do it is my daughter. She's done 3 videos with me now. And by the way, today is my daughter's birthday. How cool is that? And I tell you, our kids, don't they make us proud? Don't they make us proud? She's really, really made me proud. I'm a proud, proud father. And maybe, hopefully, one day I can live up to being the person that she is, okay? Because she has turned into a wonderful, wonderful, both her and my son. And that's another one too. People always ask me, like, will your son ever do a video with you? I could, if I had to put Vegas money on it, I would say no. My son is very, very introverted, which I was introverted before I started YouTube too, but he will not get in front of a camera. But I will share something about him that was kind of funny. He's living in Orlando right now, and let me open up my monster here, okay? We're gonna have a good time. Let me take this. What am I doing? I'm gonna take that off for now. I'll put it back on when we watch the trailer together, okay? But we got 2 hours together, okay? So just give me time, okay? I love you guys. All right. So you know, this whole like COVID-19 thing, and it kept him from being able to come home for quite a while, and so. Was it like 2 weeks ago? Finally, he came home, and he's only like an hour away. But I bought the Rise of Skywalker. I bought the 4K from Best Buy, and when I bought it like when it came out. But I wasn't gonna watch it because I wanted my son to watch it with me. That's kind of our thing. We watch Star Wars together. So finally, he shows up like a couple months later, and I was thinking, me and Mike, we're just going to sit there and we're going to enjoy Rise of Skywalker. Let me repeat that. Enjoy Rise of Skywalker. Can that be done? Well, we did. I think togetherness, that's what makes you enjoy Rise of Skywalker. I don't want to make this a big Star Wars Rise of Skywalker debate, because if we go down that rabbit hole, we might not be able to come out. Right, guys? Okay. So anyway, I wanted to just sit down, have snacks, and enjoy a dumb movie with my son. So we're sitting down. He would not stop talking through the whole movie. And he talked, and I loved it. He talked about the movie the whole time. Like he was breaking it apart and breaking it down like Jeremy Jahns. You know, he was like killing it. And I was just like, damn, Mike, you really we need to get you in front of the camera, because he's got all this stuff up in his head that I can tell he wants to discuss movies. He wants to really get out there and talk about the movies that he loves. He's really into anime, actually. So maybe one day I can finally get him to do it, but he's just painfully shy when it comes to getting in front of the camera. But he's very opinionated about movies. And I will say, me and my son, we disagree a lot on certain movies, especially on like DC movies. Like, I'm the Batman v Superman fan, especially Ultimate Edition. He doesn't like that movie at all. And for some reason, we almost get into an argument every single time we start talking about Batman v Superman. That movie, it gets us both emotional. It does. And maybe he's right. I will say the Martha thing, they should have rewrote that. Because I find myself trying to defend the Martha thing when even I can't really defend that. But, I mean, that's just one little section of the movie. It is still very emotional. I just think they should have changed the script up a little bit, you know? But I still love that freaking movie. It's still one of my favorite comic book films out there. It's insane. I still want to keep asking you guys questions because I really enjoyed that. Did you guys enjoy that last week when I was just kind of throwing questions out at you guys? Because I get interested in you guys and, you know, your opinions on things. And sometimes it gives me ideas. I don't know. Yeah, movie nerd. Martha! That's the scene. It is weird. It is weird, I hate to say. Here's my first question for you guys, okay? Here's my first question. I didn't even take a drink. Hold on. Here's my first question. Okay, are you excited for the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League? I want to read your comments in there. Let me know if you're excited about the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. Because I will say, I went, full disclosure, I went and seen Justice League in a theater. I had a good time. It was decent. I knew what I was watching. I knew that this movie was going to be kind of pointless. Just because I knew kind of the backstory of it, and I knew that Joss Whedon had stepped in, and I'm a Zack Snyder fanboy and a half. I love Zack Snyder. I love his movies. And I knew I wasn't getting a Zack Snyder movie. So, anyway, but I still went into it. I had fun. I had the lowest expectations possible. But it's one of those movies that, it's like a train wreck. You watch it, and you're having a good time with it, but you know what you're watching is pretty much complete shit. It really is. I mean, the way they handled Steppenwolf and all that, it just looked like he looked like a game boss. And it's hard to pull off what they pulled off in Infinity War with Thanos. I mean, they really made Thanos not only a respectable CGI character visually, but also they created one of the best villains I think ever created. Thanos is a very effective villain. So trying to compare that with Steppenwolf, and also they had like the boxes, the mother boxes in the movie, which is similar to the Infinity Stones. And I don't know if mother boxes was first and Infinity Stones was second, but damn, I mean, those plots are very similar too. But this Zack Snyder cut is supposed to be very different. Okay, it's supposed to be like almost twice as long, and it's so long that they're gonna have to like break it up into parts, which I don't think they should do like 35-minute parts. I think they should give us like an hour and a half. I don't know, maybe 2-hour sections, whatever. But I can already tell this is gonna be a very different movie, so I'm looking forward to it. John Urbano says, yes, I like Zack Snyder's movies, so I think he will make it a lot better. Let's see, hold on. Let me go back up here. I like reading some of you guys' stuff. Okay. Tyler says, I am, but it's going to set up something that's probably isn't going to happen. I don't know what Tyler's talking about. See, I don't have the context. I need the context. Antwood Movie Mania says, hey, Blumhouse tweeted the cemetery caretaker from Halloween 2018 will return in Halloween Kills. How she will be involved, maybe. Michael kills her, takes Judith's tombstone again. I don't know. I hope he doesn't take Judas Tombstone. Unless there's a really, really, really good reason for it. I hope he doesn't take Judas Tombstone. Andy E says, fuck yes, I hated Justice League. Felt like an Avengers ripoff. Snyder didn't want that way, obviously. Yeah, and I think a big part of that is the comedy. Comes right down to the comedy. Zack Snyder, he made a serious superhero film with Man of Steel and Batman v Superman. He wanted to carry that forward to Justice League. And it would have made like a great trilogy, the Zack Snyder DC trilogy. But now we're finally getting that, though, which is cool. Brian T, what we need is another quality Hulk movie that uses elements of the first two. No Mark Ruffalo. Yeah, you know what? Hulk's days might be done for a long time, and we might not see Mark Ruffalo in another Hulk movie. I know his contract calls for 6 movies, and maybe he's already done those 6 movies, but it might be a long time before we see another Hulk movie. And I didn't really care for what they did with him in Endgame, but yeah, it's kind of a shame. What did I watch this week? Before we get into that trailer, I took some notes here. That's my next question for you guys. Did you guys watch anything over the last week that was noteworthy, that like something that jumped out at you that you thought was really good? Let me know in the comments. Let me see. I wrote something on here. Oh, I will say. Okay. Yesterday, this is how much of a dimwit I am. Okay. Yesterday, I started off. I was going to do a top 10. Take you behind the scenes here a little bit. Okay. Yesterday, I was going to record a top 10 greatest horror kills. I just thought it'd be a good idea to do something like that. I think somebody, and I'll probably give him credit here, but I'll pull it up later. But somebody did say make your like most inventive kills list or something like. I wouldn't say these are inventive, but I'm just doing my favorite all-time horror kills. Okay, it started with 10, and as I was putting the list together, I was like, oh, what about this one? And what about this one? And what about this one? And I ended up with like 17. And then I got on Twitter, and I because I let everybody know what I'm thinking on Twitter, and I said I got 17 and I can't cut it down to 10. It's impossible. I have to say these movies, and so long story short, I ended up with 25 kills on this list, and I already recorded it, and so then today I'm like walking in the grocery store, and it just dawned on me. And I'm literally wearing this shirt. Let me show you the shirt I'm wearing. Yeah, that one right there. What's that shirt? Right? Psycho. I forgot to put the shower kill in the countdown. I forgot to put, and this happens all the time with me. Sometimes the most obvious ones, they're too close for you to see. And I think that's what happened. I think I did put another psycho kill in there though. I'll let you guys try to guess that one. But yeah, I can't believe. So I think what I'm gonna do, because I can't do that video without at least mentioning psycho, so I'll probably like pull out my vlog camera before I hit number 1, and I'll say, hey, just so you know, I'm an idiot. I forgot to mention psycho, but it deserves this. So yeah. The Artisan, what's up, man? He says H6 Curse of Michael Myers had a great trailer too. Yes, it did. It did have a good trailer, actually. I like that trailer. I thought about like going back and kind of reacting to all the trailers in the Halloween franchise, but I just never got around to it. But yeah, there's some good trailers in the Halloween franchise. I like the first one. Bill G, I see that Kiss Dynasty back there. Right on, brother. Hell yeah. Oh, since we're talking about vinyl, and I'm Jason Nike. Lee, that is a dead fuck thing to do. All right, since we're talking about vinyl, and I hope Beth's still in here, I'm going to show her what I got too. So here's a couple of vinyl gets that I got, okay? And these are going to be in the unbox video, but because I love you guys so much, I'm going to go ahead and show you right here. All right? I'm going to sit back a little bit so you can see. This right here, that is Tool Lateralis. It's 2 discs. Do you call it disc? 2 records in there. But that's kind of cool, isn't it? And this is my favorite album of all time. Okay, Tool Lateralis is to me a masterpiece of an album. It's so nuanced. There's it's hard for me to talk, and I'm lifting this goddamn big ass record in front of my fucking face. Yeah. So, Tool Lateralis, that album, oh my god, it's so layered, it's so amazing. It has so many emotions in it. It takes you on a journey. That's what if an album takes me on a journey from start to finish, then that's great. And then there's like this whole conspiracy theory behind the album. Tool has so many conspiracies behind the band themselves anyway. But even down to like there's a secret track listing of the album where if you rearrange the tracks into a different order, that's the actual way you're supposed to listen to the album. It's called the Holy Gift. If you look it up, type in like Tool Lateralis Holy Gift, and you'll see the appropriate order that you should listen to the album. And it's funny because I've done this, and the songs flow into each other like better, and sometimes literally flow into each other, which is crazy. So they like doing like Easter egg type stuff in their albums. I mean, they even have a hidden track on is it Salival? Yeah, they have a hidden track on Salival. If you do one of the tracks and you just let it play, it goes on, and then it goes right into another song, and the song's called Maynard's Dick. The song is literally about the lead singer, Maynard James Keenan. It's about his dick. So, how cool is that? And it's a good song, actually. Okay, here's another vinyl get. And I know this seems like a Tool love fest, but Tool Opiate. My wife actually got me these for our anniversary. We just had our anniversary. So I told her, she's like, what do you want? And then I was like, give me some vinyl. So, and then Beth will like this. Okay, you ready for this? This is The Thing. It's like a collection. It's like a collection for The Thing. It's like the Lost Cues, and it's like the actual score. So if I take this out, yeah, you see how beautiful that is. I think that's, yeah, this is the Lost Cues. There's like 4 tracks that were not used in the movie, and they were never released, I don't think, until now in this set. This is from Waxworks. And then the other one is this is the actual album, Ennio Morricone. Which isn't it weird that like this is the one movie that John Carpenter didn't do the score for, and there are a few elements of the score that sound like John Carpenter would have done it. So, yeah, Alicia, I said Tool. You're probably going to hear Tool at least once every 9.37 minutes. Okay, so let me put this back in here. We're going to get to that trailer, guys, okay? I know you're freaking... I know you scheduled your day around this, okay? And you're wanting to react to that trailer together, and we're going to do it. I swear to God, all right? But I just like hanging with you guys, okay? I'm asking you guys to go steady, okay? It's out there. Would you like to go steady? All right. Okay. All right. That's all I'm going to show you. There's more. There's more in the unbox. That's all I'm going to show you. That just because I like you guys so much, okay? It's sold out Discogs or eBay. Oh, is the thing sold out already? Oh my God. Yeah, I'm telling you. I can't thank Beth enough too. She always clues me in. She'll send me links. She'll say, hey, this is coming. You need to jump on it right now. And she's the one that told me about the Halloween box set back there that's got 1 through 5? Right, Beth? That's my holy grail of vinyl. I mean, that thing is just beautiful. I think you could still get that. Can you still get that, Beth? I don't know, but yeah, it's really, really great. Okay. What do you think? Are you guys ready to do the trailer, or do you want to do the trailer now? Is that what you're saying to me? God damn it, guys. I have a whole, I worked hard for you guys on this too, okay? I created a separate like background for my OBS, so that way we'll see the trailer together, and then you'll see like your little comments up there at the top. So no, the trailer doesn't. Eastwood, the trailer does not release tonight. Okay, we'll talk about the Halloween Kills trailer and my prediction of when I think it's going to come, and you're not going to be shocked. No, this is about. See, I'm a horrible host. I didn't set it up. Okay. Yes, Dylan. I'd say start with Anima. That's a great album to start with, because that's when they started venturing off into a different territory, because they were often compared to like bands like Nirvana with Undertow. And Undertow is more of a straight up rock album. So if that's what you're in the mood for, it's not a bad idea to start with Undertow, but keep your expectations at bay, because once you jump over to Anima, it's not Undertow. It's a completely different animal. Better, in my opinion, but different. And then by the time you get to Lateralis, you'll probably become obsessed and even change your religion. So, yeah. Okay. You got a couple of favorite drummers you want to mention? Bill G. Well, of course, Danny Carey from Tool was a big influence of mine. I remember when I first joined the military, this is when I first heard Dream Theater. I heard Pull Me Under on the radio. It was a big radio hit. That's really their only big radio hit. And I'd never heard anything like Pull Me Under. And I was like, this drummer is freaking amazing. You know, after I bought like the whole album, Mike Portnoy's work on Images and Words for a drummer is it's probably like a must-have, you know, for like your drummer's toolbox, albums that you need to have at your disposal at all times to better your skills. Images and Words by Dream Theater. You'll come out of that album a better drummer, okay? If you don't come out of that album a better drummer, then you might want to stop playing drums, because it opens your mind. That's what that album does. It really just opens your mind, and you'll want to play the drums as you're listening to it, and you'll start being able to pick up things that you normally can't. Matthew Moochman, Eric Carr from Kiss. Yes, Eric Carr from Kiss is one of my favorite drummers. I believe Eric Carr was ambidextrous. Like, he could play right-handed, left-handed, either way. He always had. It's ironic. He had the biggest freaking drum kit that you could possibly imagine, and he was this little guy. He was probably like just over 5 feet. He was small, but he was just larger than life with his playing. The first time I heard Eric Carr play was Creatures of the Night, I think, and his playing is so big on that album. His drums sound like a monster. They sound massive. And I think the way they recorded that album is they took the heads off the bottom of all of his upper toms and his floor toms. They took the heads off the bottom, so it would just open up the sound. Very, you know. And I'm wondering if they mic'd it with just like 3 mics, like one on the bass and then 2 up top, kind of like a Steve Albini type deal. But Eric Carr, yeah, highly influential. Of course, Dave Grohl. I mean, Dave Grohl is just, he's a hard hitter, you know. Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee, of course, is a big influence just because of the way he's a visual drummer for me. The way he plays, you know, constantly spinning the sticks, doing the flips, all that stuff. I appreciate what Tommy Lee brought to the game. And if you don't watch him play, if you just listen to him play, he has his own signature style. So I've always been a big fan of Tommy Lee's playing. Actually, I'm a casual fan of Motley Crue, but I'm a big fan of Tommy Lee. So I'll wait till Beth gets back, then we can do the trailer, because I want her to be able to see this too. But Zach Gacciola, is Halloween Kills one of your most anticipated films of the year? You could say that. Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's Jesus. I guess this is a good segue into like pre-Halloween 2018 and that trailer, because when Halloween 2018 was first announced, it was a big deal, I think, for a couple reasons. One, John Carpenter was back, and everybody was shocked. Like, John Carpenter had swore off Halloween. He said, "I will never do Halloween again. My involvement with it is done. Don't want to do it anymore." And so then, I don't know what David Gordon Green said to Carpenter. I mean, Carpenter's talked about this. He actually said that once they presented the idea, which what we know now is that Kills and Ends, I think they had a plan all the way to Ends with Halloween 2018. And I think that's probably what got Carpenter excited about it. So once Carpenter jumped in there, this was a big deal. Okay? I think Danny McBride, just somebody with a comedy background always gets people interested. Like, wow, this is weird. Somebody with a comedy background, what can they bring to the table? You know, and you could go back to like Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks came from like a comedy background. Guy ended up winning 2 Academy Awards. So it's interesting when somebody steps outside of their safe zone, their sandbox, I guess, and tries something different. And of course, the big thing, Jamie Lee Curtis. When Jamie Lee Curtis came back, that was it. Everybody was like, oh my God, this is big. This is huge. Because remember, guys, before this, it was just going to be Halloween Returns. It was going to be a smaller production. Even though this is a $10 million production anyway, so that's still a small production. But the fever wasn't as big. You know, this was going to be just a regular Halloween sequel. I mean, think back to like Resurrection. Nobody gave 2 craps when Resurrection was marketed. I mean, the movie was shelved for a year even. So it's weird too, because H2O was this big hit. Everybody was excited about H2O. But you would think that the follow-up to I almost said HBO. The follow-up, Resurrection, would have been a big deal. I mean, hell, even I remember when they announced that Rick Rosenthal was coming back for Resurrection. I was just like, wow, they got Rick Rosenthal? I mean, Halloween 2 is one of the best sequels. So I was excited, but it seemed like I was the only one excited. And I remember when the movie finally did come out, nobody cared, you know? And then it was horrible. So that was my expectation with this, you know? But then Rob Zombie came along. Fever was there again. I don't know what the Accords, like, is it always a planned thing? Like, they're very smart with keeping the franchise like relevant and viable and you know, just keeping that fever up. They always have like an ace in the hole or something. And so that's pretty much what happened with Halloween 2018. I guess the ace in the hole was getting Carpenter back, because they had been trying for years and years and years to get Carpenter back. So, yeah. Tom Ungren says, Halloween is just genius in the aspect of the movie and music together. And the movie possibly might not be the same without the music. For example, Carpenter, the man for sure. Yeah, somebody actually, who was it? I think it was Gareth on Facebook. He actually asked me. He was like, "Do you think Halloween would be the movie it is without the music?" And the answer to that is no, of course not. But it's all a recipe, you know. It's like music. Like every instrument in a song is part of the recipe. You take the drums out of, you know, pick your song, your great song out there, like Stairway to Heaven. You know, you take the bass or the drum. It's an essential part of the recipe. Same thing with Halloween. I mean, hell, Carpenter actually showed Halloween to, I believe, 20th Century Fox, and the music wasn't even done yet. So I don't know if he had like temp music or what, but they said it wasn't scary. It wasn't scary at all. But once he put the music in there, it doesn't hurt that it's probably one of the most iconic soundtracks ever recorded. That doesn't hurt one bit. Yeah, of course, it made Halloween what it is. Yeah, that score's very important. But, I mean, I'm a score guy anyway. I love, a good score in a movie, it can turn a bad movie into a good movie for me. That's how important music is. Andy E. says, to be honest, the ideas for Returns seem to be amazing, and I'd prefer that over what we got with Halloween 2018, which I don't even dislike. I kind of agree with you. There were some little issues with the Return script that could have been worked with, but there were a few key moments in that script that really, really jumped out at me, actually. And I did like, you know, I don't like the idea of having Myers on death row and then, carrying out this whole scene of him being executed and all that stuff. Just saying that out loud, it doesn't really excite me. But reading it in the script, the scene actually sounded pretty damn thrilling, actually. And Myers in that script is pretty much what Myers is in Halloween 2018. So it makes me think that maybe they took a little bit of that from Returns. You know, there are some elements of Returns that are in Halloween 2018. You know, not really story wise, but yeah, there are some similarities there. Chris Lawson says, I remember seeing H2O. That was cool. Couldn't wait for Resurrection. How did he survive? I heard how a rumor was... Hold on. They're going to... Disappointing Rob Zombie's one's good luck. Okay. Speaking of that, do I want to do... I'll do... we'll do the trailer together. Is Beth back, though? I know she wants to see the trailer, so I don't know if she's back yet, but... I got some funnies for you guys too, because I know you guys like the funnies. So I got a few Evil Dead funnies in there for you guys that I think you'll like. Bo Tiggy, I didn't like the idea of Michael setting explosives in return during the escape scene. Yeah, because usually you don't see, I don't think we've ever seen Myers actually come up with booby traps and stuff like that. That's not part of the character. He's more of a primal type of character. He's intelligent to an extent. He's intelligent enough to get the job done. He's a good stalker, but he's not the type of guy that sets up booby traps. So, yeah, that is an issue. Jordan Gallagher says he doesn't mind Resurrection. He doesn't think it's that bad. Low Carb Monster Troy, what's up, brother? Nice seeing you in here. Okay, let's do the funnies. All right, we'll do the funnies. You guys want to see the funnies? We'll do the funnies. Okay, hold on. Okay. Somebody sent this to me, so I thought I'd give this person, Terry Clark. This person, Terry, I think that's a guy. Terry knows my love for Monster. And so I wonder if I can... So I guess there's a Monster-flavored mustard. Let's see if I zoom that. No, I don't. Yeah, there's like a Monster flavored mustard there. I thought it was funny. Okay, I told him I would show it off. I don't know. You guys might think it's stupid, but all right. So let's go to the next one. I apologize for that first one. Okay, guys. It's not Terry's fault. It's my delivery. My delivery's horrible. Okay. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Now this one is Roberto Brumelin from Killer Flicks. This is not funny. Well, it might be funny to you guys, but he drew Cobra, but he drew Cobra as me because he knows I'm a big Cobra fan, and so the Zombie Squad, and there I am. I'm Cobra. Stupid. Okay. But I mean, his work. I wanted to show this off because of his work. He's such a talented artist, and it's amazing what he does. So, Wonder Fan, that might have been mayo. It might have been mayo. I'm not sure. But if it was mayo, it was green mayo. I know that. Okay, next funny. You guys ready for the next funny? Here we go. Okay. Juno 2000, what's up? He said, I wish they did Pinhead versus Michael Myers in the 90s. It would have been badass and awesome to see before we got Freddy versus Jason. Ugh. I don't know. I was never a big fan. Let me go back over here real quick. I was never a big fan of that whole idea of Michael and Pinhead. Also because they're just so different from each other. Like Pinhead comes from hell, and I mean, if we're getting right down to it, couldn't Pinhead send some chains at Myers and completely rip him into shreds? Because Myers isn't can they actually fight with each other? Because has anybody ever punched Pinhead? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. So I guess the logistics of that fight would be kind of weird. Tyler Birdman, top 3 bands. I will say Tool. Right now, I would say Kiss and Joy Division. Those are my go-to for my top 3. I love so many bands out there though. So I mean, that's just really scratching the surface. I like a lot of different bands, a lot of different music. Back to the funnies. Okay, back to the funnies. Here we go. We're pacing ourselves, okay? All right. Next one. I thought this was kind of funny. Somebody shared this on Killer Flicks, I think. It's the Terminator. It's from the Terminator scene. He's at the phone booth. He says he's testing to see if it's actually his foster parents. So he says, is she a Halloween fan? Yes, she is. He wants to know your favorite Halloween film. And then the foster parent says the one with Rob Zombie. Your foster parents are dead. I thought that was funny. Okay. And I'm a big Terminator fan anyway. Terminator 2, that's a fucking kick-ass action movie. I'm not socking anybody with that statement. So, okay. Is the chat freezing? I don't know. Holly, what's up? Nice to see you in here. All right. Cool. Holly, you didn't miss the trailer reaction yet, okay? We're getting there. Okay. Brett Stewart. Yeah, that's right. Brett posted this. So Brett posted this funny. I thought it was hilarious. Brett, I had to share it, okay? It's awesome. All right, we're going to close this one off now. Let's go to the next one. Okay, we're getting into some Evil Dead stuff, okay? I wonder if I can actually... Let me see if I can do something here real quick, okay? If I copy, and then I go to funny, and I think I can paste this here. Yeah, there we go. So I can at least... Yeah, and I'll put myself right at the top there, okay. Okay. So, yeah, that's the original Facebook. It literally has a face on the book. So, and speaking of that, I remember like in seeing Evil Dead, the remake, which is one of my favorite freaking remakes. But when that guy's sitting there and they're telling him, do not read the freaking book. Whatever you do not read the freaking book. What does he do? He reads the goddamn book. Does that drive you crazy in movies when somebody specifically says, do not do this? And they just blatantly do it? Do you want to slap the person upside the freaking head? Gremlins! I love freaking Gremlins, but I mean, the rules were easy, okay? Although he was kind of tricked in Gremlins, so I'll cut him some slack. But what are the rules in Gremlins? You don't feed them after midnight. You don't put water on them. And what is it? What's the third one in Gremlins, guys? Help me out. Is it you don't say I don't know around them? No, that's you can't do that on television. Fuck. Let me see. Hold on. Water. I need to get I don't know out of my head. No water. No feeding after midnight. What's the third one, guys? Damn it, I can't remember. You guys are going to tell me in a minute, okay? Do not read the Latin. Marty, yeah, Marty. I like that actor who played Marty, though. He was in Girls. You guys ever see the show Girls? No shame. That's a good show. I actually like it. All right, let's go to the next one. Now, I said don't get wet, okay? Don't get wet. Don't feed them after midnight. Oh, sunlight. That's it. Don't get them in the sunlight because it'll kill them. Thank you very much. Jordan Gallagher, Chris Hamilton, Chris Lawson. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Okay, bright light. There we go. Bright light, bright light, bright light. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay. Any of you guys fans of Bad Luck Brian? I love those Bad Luck Brian memes, okay? He moves to a log cabin, the Evil Dead. That's Brian. He has the worst luck ever. No matter what he does, he thinks he's doing good. He falls on his face. You know? Do you guys know, here's my next question for you guys, okay? Is there a Bad Luck Brian in your life? Do you know somebody that's a Bad Luck Brian? You don't have to say their name, but you can say their name if you want. But do you know somebody that, like, no matter what they do, you know that they're going to fuck it up, or they're going to screw up, or they're going to fail, or something bad's going to happen? I'm trying to think, do I know anybody like that? And is the rule, like, if you don't know anybody like that, then you're that person? I hope not. Groovy. Slasher Critic. Can you give my YouTube channel a shout out, please? You got it, brother. Guys, Slasher Critic. Okay, you see him right there. I hope you have some content, Slasher Critic, okay? Because I'm teeing you up, all right? Don't let me down. Guys, go to Slasher Critic's channel. Check out his content. If you like it, give him a sub. Okay? Yeah. Help Slasher Critic out. And I will say, for any new YouTubers, don't do sub for sub. Sub for sub does not work. Okay? It's empty subs. That's what it is. That person that just subbed your channel, they don't give two shits about your channel. Okay? You gotta get in the community. I guess you gotta earn it. That's what they say. But I'm more than willing to help, anybody out though. So Slasher Critic, definitely check out his channel. All right. No problem. Good luck, brother. I was there too. We all start from zero, right? Zach Frederick, I remember you can't do that on television. If you said water, you'd get splashed with water. Yes. And if you said what you'd get splashed with slime. Yeah. If you said I don't know, you'd get splashed with slime. And if you said water, then they'd drop water on you. Alanis Morissette was actually on that show. I used to watch it when I was in high school all the time. Horn Coffee, he says he has content. He just did a Friday the 13th special, so check him out too. Good stuff. All right, on to the next funny, okay? And then we're going to do the trailer reaction together, all right? Next funny. All right. This is a nice Scream one for you guys, okay? Killers in the Basement, better go there. That's what they do. It's funny, it's like Scream makes fun of that trope, and then they do that trope. But they're self-aware. They know what they're doing. So, I think it's hilarious, though. Jordan Gallagher's given the okay for Slasher Critic. Okay, he says his channel looks good, so there you guys go. You got yourself another channel to go check out. Okay. Jason Nike, did you check my channel out? I posted on the Patreon page. I have only 2 videos so far. No, I didn't even know you did your videos yet. Okay, I'll go check it out then for sure. That's awesome, Jason. So there's another one for you guys. Check out Jason's channel. Jason's a hell of a guitarist too, actually. I played his, he did a guitar cover of the Halloween theme, and it was acoustic, which I thought was a nice touch, because you don't really hear too many acoustic Halloween theme covers. So it was kind of cool. And Jordan, I'm very excited for Scream 5. Okay. All right, closing this off. It's fucking Thursday. Howdy ho. There you go. Little Chucky action for you guys. Oh, I forgot to expand this one. Hold on. There it is. When you try a courtesy flush and the water starts rising. That's the exact face I make. JK Ranson Reviews, what's up? Nice to see you. And what do I got? 2 more? 1 more. This is it. This is the last one. And it's a nice Evil Dead one, okay? We all know that one person that has to talk to you this close. And that's true. We do have those people in our lives. Yeah. They're called, Seinfeld had an episode, a complete episode about this. They're called Close Talkers. And they can't help but get like right in your fucking face. And you find yourself backing up. It's like their self-awareness is not self-aware. So, Zach Gaxiola, do you think the decision Woody made at the end of Toy Story 4 was out of character and was a betrayal of what he stood for in the other films? Let me think. I saw Toy Story 4. It was good. You'll have to refresh my memory because I don't remember what Woody's decision was at the end of that movie. I didn't even see Toy Story 3, but I did see 4, and I did like it. The thing I liked about it was those creepy-looking puppet dolls or whatever. They reminded me of Deep Red. I almost wonder, was that like an homage to Deep Red? I think it was. I was giggling, though, when I saw that. I thought that was cool. Elisa says, I just got told I couldn't ride the bus today because I have a Child's Play shirt on. Are you kidding me? He said it was depicting too much violence and had nothing to put on the cover. To put on over it. That's funny. Yes, right now there should be no close talkers. 6 feet away, for sure. For sure. All right. Look, Slasher Critic. There you got your freaking you got a sub right there. Craig Adams. Cool. Okay, so now let's go back up. All right, it's you guys ready for the trailer? All right, let me switch over to my. Let me see. Hold on. Let me tee it up here real quick for you guys. Let me tee up the trailer. We're gonna react to this trailer together. This is not the Halloween Kills trailer, okay? Wouldn't that be the best surprise ever if I actually had the Halloween Kills trailer and that's what we were reacting to and I didn't tell you? Would that be like the most amazing thing ever? I wish I was that good. I wish I could pull that off. But unfortunately, I'm not that good. Okay. So let me tee it up real quick. There it is.
I've waited for him.
All right, so bringing it over to here. I got like 5 different windows. Okay, so there, yeah. We're over in the other window now. And I see your beautiful little faces scrolling at the top of the trailer. So that way you guys can see the trailer. I'm going to put my headphones on. And we're going to react to the trailer. I haven't watched this trailer in a while. I do remember... I mean, here's my next question for you guys too before we do this, all right? Do you remember the day the trailer came out? I need to know about your day. What was your day like when the were you like really anticipating it? Was this like a big deal for you like it was to me? Like I was counting the days for this trailer, I remember. And I even took half a day off of work just so I could get home, watch the trailer, and do a reaction. You know, I don't do trailer reactions that often. I rarely do them anymore at all. But this was a trailer I definitely had to do a reaction for. So I just remember that day though. I was so damn excited, and I'd heard some of the I guess the reactions of others that had seen the trailer before I saw it, and everybody was saying, "Oh my God, you got to see this trailer. It's so great." So I knew that they pretty much knocked it out of the park with the trailer before I even watched it, and I knew that there was like, what'd they call it? There was some kind of convention that showed like a smaller version of the trailer. And just from describing that footage, I remember it was all over the internet and everybody was just kind of freaking out about it. Like, oh, wow, this sounds like they're really going for it with this Halloween movie. So Dave Vanderhoff, he says, yes, I waited till I got home from work, took a shower, grabbed a beer, and then hit play on the YouTube trailer. Yeah, that's a nice setup right there, man. Get you a nice beer. Just enjoy the trailer. Brett Stewart says, I was on my way back from Myrtle Beach. Let me kick this up just a little bit. Yeah, I was on my way back from Myrtle Beach and heard about the trailer, so I pulled over just to watch it. Thought the trailer was great. I agree too. I still think it's a great trailer. We're talking about the trailer. We're not talking about my actual opinion on the movie. Okay, that's what we're going to be talking about here. I was surprised when I saw the trailer, dog, and it made my day. The Boy of Horror. Hell yes, probably watched it 6 times that day. I shot him 6 times. That's poetic. That's perfect. I think I watched it quite a few times too, actually. Ashley Morris says, yes, a huge deal. I was counting down the days till it came out. I like all the Halloween trailer reactions. Now, I remember, too, like, it caused some controversy, especially, like, in my group, Killer Flicks. Halloween does have some, I don't want to say the worst fans, but it definitely has a niche group of fans. You know, their obsession with the franchise. What's the best way to put this? It causes craziness in people, the franchise. And it's my favorite franchise, okay? I'm putting that out there right now for you guys, okay? I'm a Halloween fanatic. I'm a nut about the franchise. But, yeah, I remember Killer Flicks was just getting flooded with Halloween posts and a lot of repeat posts and people getting offended by things. And it got pretty crazy there. So it's kind of been nice in Killer Flicks now that we don't, even though Halloween Kills is out, but I think my mods and we've come up with a good way to filter everything now. And now that's why Leela came up with this idea. Let's put everybody on post approval. And we pretty much did that because of Halloween. But we get everything approved like really quick, within like the hour. But still that way we can keep the feed flowing nice. So, yeah. Horton Coffee says, I did a video about how not happy I was that they removed Halloween 2 from the timeline. Yeah, that was a controversial thing too. It was it was kind of shocking that they didn't pick up after 2 in this one, because I think they could have. But the reason they didn't, obviously, is because they didn't want the family connection. Michael Myers and Laurie Strode were not related. That's the thing they wanted. Now, after the movie has come out, does it really matter that they're not related? I mean, does it really add anything to the overall movie? It might in kills and it might in ends, but they could have been brother and sister, and it wouldn't have really made a difference to me. You know? Yeah, Leela's awesome. Leela is awesome. She's the Killer Flicks queen. All right, guys, here we go. Let's do it. We're going to do the trailer reaction. I'm going to pull it up here. I'm excited. You guys excited? Here we go. Trailer reaction, Halloween 2018. Going to watch it one time all the way through, okay? I'm not going to stop it and talk because I want you guys to just enjoy it. We haven't seen this trailer in a while. Some of you guys still might watch this trailer every day. I don't know, but it's I haven't watched it in a while though, okay? So anyway, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I've waited for him.
Testing 1, 2, 3. We're on.
We're here to investigate a patient that killed 3 innocent teenagers on a Halloween in 1978. He was shot by his own psychiatrist and taken into custody that night, and has spent the last 40 years in captivity. Hello, Michael. I have something you might like to see.
I had fucking chill bumps during this scene for the trailer.
Everyone in my family turns into a nutcase this time of year. Yeah, I mean, your grandmother is Laurie Strode. She was almost murdered.
Wasn't it her brother who murdered all those babysitters?
No, it was not her brother. That's something that people made up.
Do you know that I pray every
I like the
night
editing on this
that he
too.
would escape,
What the hell did you do that for?
so I can kill him?
Dad, look out!
I love that scene
bus
too.
crashed.
How it was reminiscent of the
What
first
bus
movie.
crashed?
Michael escaped.
Yep, here's the scene.
Excuse me, somebody's in here.
Hello?
Damn. Still get chill bumps by. It's a really good trailer.
He's waited for this.
Yeah,
man.
that shot right there.
He's waited for me.
Wow.
I've waited for him.
Get out! Go home! Get inside!
Nick Castle.
You don't believe in the boogeyman?
He's here! Michael!
Didn't really care. Michael.
You should.
Can you close the closet door?
Why? This was the. They shouldn't have done this. I mean, it's a nice ending to a trailer, but they shouldn't have done that though. But I mean, I guess first off, what are your opinions now that you've watched the trailer again? What do you not the movie, the trailer itself? Do you think it's a good trailer? You don't believe in the boogeyman? You should. It's an effective ass trailer though, you know, and you can tell like most trailers, it's very rhythmic, you know, everything has a cadence to it. It's got a tempo, and by the end, of course, they really ramp it up and you want to see this movie. But overall, except for that very last scene, that is one of the best trailers I've seen in years. It was, and I don't know if that's because of my hype for the movie, but it's still a really damn good trailer. Zach Gexola, at the end of Toy Story 4, we're still talking about Toy Story 4. Woody chose to stay with Bo Peep and pursue a new life as a lost toy. I don't know. I love this. I tell you, live streaming, it's the best on the fly. Number one Wonder fan, that cut of the closet scene was way better than the one that they put in the movie. Ashley Morrow, yes, I love the trailer. I agree with you. They shouldn't have put the closet scene in there. I think that closet scene would have been more effective, even though there's still problems with that closet scene. I think going into that not knowing, at least we would have had that, like, what if, that tension would have been there, you know? Courtney said, Haley, do you want Daniel Harris to come back to the franchise at all? Absolutely. And I know that's a controversial opinion. I know that there are issues with bringing her back, like it can confuse people, but the franchise is so confusing as it is timeline wise to the casual fan that it doesn't really matter anyway. I think I would love it if she came back. I don't know if it'd be the best thing. Like, a lot of people don't really care about Danielle Harris, but for me, and maybe it's because my first movie was Halloween 4 and I just really loved that character Jamie Lloyd, and I always wanted Jamie Lloyd to reconnect with her mother, like her mother's alive. So, hey Jill, what's up? Jill, I was just talking about you earlier about the troll comment. We had a whole discussion about trolls. It was fun, and I mentioned you in there. So, Jill, you just missed the trailer too, damn it. And you missed Toy Story 4 talk. God damn, Jill. Now, if I go back, this one scene right here, let me go back to the trailer real quick, and I'll show you the one scene that I really... yeah, like seeing Loomis, seeing the trailer, when I saw Loomis for the first time, it just gave me chill bumps. Anytime I get any kind of hint of the character of Loomis, it gives me chill bumps. And plus, I just loved how it's like a case file, and you see a little bit like, slash across right neck, and shoulder. Just little nuggets, little Easter eggs like that really get me going.
And taken into
this whole scene right here too.
And has spent the last 40 years in captivity.
Yeah, that right there, that shot right there. This is a shot that I have wanted to see pretty much ever since I was a Halloween fan, just because I really dug into that like mythology of Myers, and there's something about Myers in Smith's Grove Sanitarium that always interests me. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm expecting to happen if you put the character back in Smith's Grove, but this is what that was. This gave me that. Seeing Myers standing there in Smith's Grove Sanitarium, it was chilling. And big credit to David Gordon Green for the way the scene was directed, and having that whole the checkerboard floor in the sanitarium, all that stuff. It was a very well done scene actually, and I don't know, chill bumps, big ass chill bumps. Let me see, going through.
Hello, Michael.
Aaron, this scene right here, when he pulls out that mask. I'm going to pause it when we get to that scene. Yeah, that shot right there. I mean, I think that's pretty much what every Halloween fan, like that, I think that shot right there is why people are obsessed with this franchise. There's just something about that mask that's just so damn creepy. And I don't know if it's like the mythology behind the mask, just the way the mask looks, the function of the mask, how it takes Myers over. But that shot right there, you could like really read into it, And also Aaron as a character was interesting to me as well, because it's a superficial thing, but he had like this British accent similar to, he sounded a little bit like a young Loomis. So I was wondering, are they setting this up to be like the next Loomis or something like that, And this is a guy that's obsessed with Myers. So I think that's a route that they could have taken with this, but obviously they didn't go that route. But I mean, is it possible for Aaron to still be alive? It is. I think it is. But yeah, that shot right there, man. That's a powerful shot. I mean, plus just seeing somebody else holding the Myers mask, something really creepy about it. Sartain holding it. Maybe not so much, but is that I've seen the H60 parody. Yeah, that was floating around quite a bit after the movie came out. But yeah, I mean, you know, it holds up. It was a good trailer, and it really has me curious. And I guess we can jump right into the Halloween Kills trailer. Okay, there's a lot up in the air right now. What do we know? We know that AMC, they're almost bankrupt, but I think AMC, they're going to be back in action in July. By the middle of July, what's the number? Something like 90% of theaters are going to be open again, the middle of July. And I think there's a lot riding on that date, okay? Anything can happen between now and then. But I think the people behind Halloween Kills, I think they're waiting for locked in information, you know? I think there's still questions in the air, and that's why they're holding on to this trailer. Because obviously that date, if they have to push the movie back, then it makes no sense to put the trailer out. So I think that's... my prediction right now, I think we'll know something by the first week in July. And I think week 1 or week 2 of July, I think we're going to see the trailer. That's what I'm thinking. I think my old prediction was like in June. But right now I'm thinking like week 1 or week 2 of July. That's what I'm thinking. Hopefully week 1. But... I can't wait for that trailer. I'll tell you that. It's. I mean, from what, you know, the buzz is about Halloween Kills, just the possibilities in that trailer, limitless. Like, it could be a really, really good trailer. I really think this movie's gonna top Halloween 2018. And you guys, I've said it a million times now that Halloween 2018, it's settled into the middle of my ranking. It's still a really good movie, though. It's still a movie I can throw in at any time and watch and have fun with. So, if Halloween Kills beats Halloween 2018, that's a great thing. It's still, you know, it still beat a really good movie, and I think there's a lot of potential for it to. I think it's going to be really, really violent and really, really emotional. I've heard that word before, violent. You know, that this is a really violent movie. You know, but yeah, I mean, we shall see. We shall see. Dave, he says they better not spoil the movie again in the Halloween Kills trailer. Yeah, man, I'm hoping they listen to the fans. I mean, sometimes it's not good to listen to the fans, but I'm really hoping they listen to the fans this time and be careful about what they show in that trailer. You know, if you want to put some spoilerish type stuff in there, which I'm not for that, but save it for trailer 2, because by the time trailer 2 comes, you should know better anyway. If you really don't want to know anything, then you shouldn't be watching trailer 2, okay? If you watch trailer 2, it's not their fault, it's your fault. That's the way I see it. But trailer 1, it's so important for them to not just give you the vibe of the movie, you know? Show you a few like key snapshot scenes to really get you interested. I mean, look at like the Force Awakens trailer. The trailer for Force Awakens is a really well done trailer. That's how they should do Halloween Kills. You know, like I said, just give us the vibe, the overall vibe. No freaking spoilers. No character deaths. That's a big problem that they had with the trailers too. Is they show too many of the kill scenes. Don't do that. You know. But like I said, trailer 2, all bets are off. It's your fault. Okay, it's your fault if you watch trailer 2, because by then they're throwing everything in the kitchen sink out just to get you in the theater. Trailer 2 is for the non-fans. That's what trailer 2 is for. It's for the people that are like, do I want to go see Halloween? I'm not really a big Halloween fan. Maybe I'll go see it. You know? And then they show trailer 2 and they show the money shot of the movie. Oh, shit, I got to go see that. But, you know, the hardcore fans, they watch trailer 2 and they're like, fuck! God damn it, I wish I wouldn't have watched this. That was me when I watched trailer 2 for Halloween 2018. You know, life of a YouTuber. It ain't easy sometimes, guys. Sometimes we got to do those freaking trailer reactions. We got to take one for the team. So, will I watch a trailer 2 for Halloween Kills? Will my dumbass watch trailer 2? Probably. But I don't know. We'll see. What's up, buddy? Levi's just laying there against the door. He's upset. Okay, let's jump over to the Evil Dead news. How you guys doing? How you guys holding up? All right? You having fun? Cool. Beth is back. Beth, you missed we did the reaction, so make sure you go back, you watch the reaction. I literally just finished talking about Halloween. Okay? But that's what replays are for, okay? But we had a blast. We actually watched the Halloween Kills trailer. Right, guys? Did we just watch the Halloween Kills trailer? Tell me. That's what we did. You missed it, Beth. You missed it. Live on Drumdums. Halloween Kills trailer. It was cool. Didn't you guys think it was great? Wasn't it a great trailer? Especially when he like jumps from that airplane and then he like turns and he looks up at the airplane and he like fires 6 shots into Laurie Strode. Because Laurie Strode, she's in the airplane, right? And they're fighting. Her and Myers are fighting. And she pushes Myers out. But Myers has a fucking gun in his pocket, right? And he literally pulls the gun out of his pocket, looks up at Laurie Strode. He flips her off first. He literally flips her off while he's shooting at her. It was crazy. You guys missed it. In his other pocket was Ben Tramer's fucking head. He pulls Ben Tramer's head. He's got big cargo pockets, okay? He pulls Ben Tramer's head. He kicks it midair, kicks it up at Laurie Strode. Ben Tramer's head knocks Laurie Strode across the head, knocks her the fuck out. It was great. You got it. You missed it, Beth. You missed it. It was insane. Right, guys? Am I right? Was it insane? It was insane. Jesus. What a trailer. Yeah. Oh my God, what trailer is this? They would probably do that in a Friday the 13th. I bet they would. Jesus. What do you think about a Michael Myers somebody asked this in the Alien stream, because usually the next day I'll go back and I'll watch and I'll watch it so I can read your comments, and because sometimes I can catch some gems in there, you know. And somebody said, what would happen if a xenomorph got on Myers' mask? Like, could not a xenomorph, but a parasite. Could a parasite get on Myers' mask? I think it could. So then it had that. So you would have an evil xenomorph come out of Myers' chest. Like, wouldn't that be badass? Like a Myers xenomorph, and he comes out and he has like a special, like a Myers. What would that be? Like a snout or something like that. But the xenomorph has a white face with black eyes, you know? Like somebody, any of you that are artists in there, I want you to draw that for me, okay? I want you to draw a Myers xenomorph, okay? Go wild. And if you do that, I'll show it on the next stream, okay? I want to see a Myers xenomorph. That'd be bad. I might even make it a t-shirt. I don't know. Yes, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is in every trailer. You didn't know that, Holly? I don't know how he fits every movie into his schedule. Because the guy has a new movie. Like last year when they were doing movies, he had a new movie every week. It was insane. So. Okay, let's go over to the Evil Dead news. Let me copy this. Copy. Evil Dead news. Kick that. And there's some alien news in here too, actually, that we can share. Let me paste reference. Yeah. Then paste the wrong thing. Yeah, there we go. And move that up there. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So here's the Evil Dead news. Okay, we're gonna read it together. All right. I read this earlier today. Okay, I did my homework, but I'm gonna read it to you guys. Okay. So basically, before I read this, the gist of it is they're going to make another Evil Dead movie, and it's not going to have Ash Williams. Okay? It's going to, and I don't know if it'll follow the remake, because technically the remake could be a sequel. But it says few horror movies have the legacy of Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell's Evil Dead trilogy. The first, an ultra lo-fi ambitious horror caught up in the video nasty scandal, the second and uproarious and righteously entertaining horror comedy, blah blah blah. Let me go down. What the fuck? Hold on, let me go down. Here's something about so as in Fede Alvarez's 2013 Evil Dead, this one won't feature Ash, who has hung up the chainsaw and shotgun for perhaps the last time, and will, by the sound of things, center on a female protagonist. That's got me interested. That makes me think, what if they got Jane Levy to come back? That'd be badass, actually. From this point forward, they kind of have to stand on their own, which is fine. And liberating, says Campbell. You could have different heroes, different heroines in this case. This one's going to be a little more dynamic. So basically, the gist of this article, from what I was reading earlier, was that, what? New version of the Thing in the works? I heard that. Or actually, I did a video on that. What the hell am I talking about? Let me go back over here. Hold on. So basically what they're doing is they're opening this up for possibilities to keep the franchise going. They know that Bruce Campbell, he's getting up there in age. He's not going to come back as Ash. Ash has run his course. He had the TV series. So now they're wanting to continue the franchise, though. That's what this pretty much all comes down to. And they want to open it up. What's up, Cody? How you doing, man? Cody Archer in the house. How you doing, brother? Nice to see you, man. Hell yeah. They're wanting to open this up for future movies, you know? So if you have a different cast every time, or maybe set up a trilogy of, characters, which Evil Dead doesn't really need to have a trilogy of the same characters anyway. It's the Deadites. So the one thing, though, that they do need to do, which worked, and I didn't see that in this article, is Ash Williams is an integral part of the formula. He is pretty much what got people, coming to watch the movie. Jesus, Lee, what the fuck? He's the draw, okay? He's the one that everybody wanted to see. So I'm not saying he has to come back, but I think you need to establish the characters in the first movie if you're wanting to do a trilogy, and you need to have one of those characters kind of rise up, we need a hero, I guess. So I think that's what they need to do. And Jane Levy, you already have your hero right there, okay? Jane Levy was awesome in the remake. Might not be a remake, but Jane Levy, there's your heroine right there. So if she'll do it, which she probably would unless her schedule's completely blocked up, but bring her back. She's amazing. She was a great reason why I loved the remake. I want to hear your thoughts on this, though, okay? Bill G says, Evil Dead, of course. Evil Dad, he ain't cool either. Evil Dad. Jane Levy, the one who cut off her arm in Evil Dead. Yeah, she has the chainsaw now. So, carry it forward. Speaking of cut off arm, here's my next question for you guys, okay? Give me a scene in a horror movie with somebody getting their arm chopped off that you like. Because I was watching Hills Have Eyes Part 2. I just did my review on it. And that is the scene that locked me into the movie. Before the arm chop scene, I was just like, God, this movie's, it's okay, but the acting's kind of rough. I'm not really caring about these characters too much. And then, bam! This guy's climbing on the side of this mountain. Out of the hole comes this freaking mutant, grabs him by the arm, lifts him up, chops his arm clean off. Blood flying everywhere, and the guy flies down. It was awesome. From that moment on, I was hooked into the movie. So a good arm chop could be a good thing for a movie. But I know there's been quite a few other arm chops in movies. George Lucas had a big thing about cutting off hands. I know that. I think Rey should have had her hand chopped off. Rey should have had some kind of battle damage. So, It Chapter 1, poor Georgie. Oh my God, that scene is great, actually. Shocking, too. Georgie, he's going into the gutter. And is that a gutter? Georgie, like he's going into the sewer. That's what it is. Gutter's freaking on top. I know this stuff. Like George is going into the sewer, and I think Bill Skarsgård's performance in that scene was so good, and what an actor! Just what a freaking actor. But then he literally, like, his mouth opens up like this big freaking, like, I don't know, it's just massive freaking mouth. Just grabs his arm and just pulls it clean off. This little kid. I was like, damn, they really went there. Yeah. Idle Hands, another great example, man. That's a kick-ass flick right there. And I'm sure they got a lot of their influence from Evil Dead 2, of course, but Idle Hands is just such a fun movie. Demon Knight, the lady gets her arm ripped off. I haven't seen Demon Knight yet, but I keep hearing it's really good, so I need to check it out. Jay Mongold says, one of the best arm chops was in Jackal with Bruce Willis when he blows up Black's arm with that awesome rifle. I seen the Jackal, but I don't remember it at all. It's been ages since I saw it. But you got me thinking, Jay, of this, and I don't know why this movie just popped in my head as you said that. Have you guys ever seen Gerald's Game? Oh my God, that scene was brutal. Oh wow. When she's like tied to the freaking bed and she has to literally, like, doesn't she like cut her hand off or something like that? That was a brutal ass scene. But the movie I was thinking of was Wanted Dead or Alive with Rutger Hauer. Have any of you guys ever seen that movie? I actually have the VHS here too. But highly underrated flick. Rutger Hauer plays a good guy in it, actually. No, wait, I have not reviewed Idle Hands yet, but I definitely plan on it. But yeah, Rutger Hauer plays a good guy. He's a bounty hunter. And who is he hunting? I'm going to show you who he's hunting. Hold on. I'm going to show you who he's hunting. All right? Hold on. So, yeah, that's who he's hunting right there. Gene Simmons. Gene Simmons had an acting career in the 80s. Some of you might remember this. He did a few movies. I like Gene Simmons as an actor, actually. You know, he's bad. You guys want to see this? Look at this. Isn't that glorious? Not a bad song on this album, guys. I'm telling you. Not a bad song. Now, I think... Oh my God, I just realized. I literally just realized this in real time with you guys, okay? Any of you that know anything about Dynasty, what's wrong with that track listing? You see that? What's the first song that's on Dynasty? Okay? Yes, I did, Beth. The first song is I Was Made for Loving You. But on this, Charisma, which is sung by Gene Simmons, is the first song on the track listing. What does that mean? Does that mean this is like rare? Probably not, but man, wouldn't that be cool if it was? Like, why did they print the track listings like way off? Like, they got 2000 man last, and that's the second song on the album. So if I look at the record, I know this stream's all over the place, guys. I apologize if you came here expecting professionalism and you're gut laughing. I really, really, really do apologize. But 1 through 4, I Was Made for Loving You. You're going to have to trust me, okay? I'm not going to pull it right up there to the top of the can. Yeah, I will. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, you see that? Yeah, so the first track is I Was Made for Loving You. So, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But, man, this thing's beautiful, though. As a matter of fact, I'm going to show you a poster, okay? What were we talking about? Oh, we're going to get back to Wanted Dead or Alive, okay? I had a point I was wanting to make. That right there will make you want to get Dynasty alone. Just that poster, okay? How badass is that poster? That's thumbnail material right there. Jesus. I was thinking about singing for you guys, but there's no way in hell I'm gonna sing. Unless it's a Kiss song, then I'll sing it. But I'm not gonna sing it. Damn. All right. Wasn't that awesome, guys? Doesn't Kiss make you happy? If I can convert 2 of you in every stream to being a Kiss fan, my work's done. Okay? All right, so any of you that are Kiss fans in the chat, okay? And I got a little bit of music talk I want to talk with you guys too, but any of you that are Kiss fans, what is a good gateway Kiss album for new Kiss fans? What do you think? All right? I think my gateway Kiss album would probably be Destroyer. I think Destroyer's a good gateway Kiss album. It's, you know, it's got the best of everything. It's got the hits on it. It's got the great ballad Beth. So, Beth, were you named after that song? I don't know. Maybe she was. I don't know, but yeah, it's got Shout It Out Loud. That's a great song. Yeah. Kiss Army, baby. Yeah. Detroit Rock City. Jesus, man, I freaking love that movie. That is one of my favorite freaking comedies. I think they were all printed that way. Isn't that weird that they printed it with the wrong track listing? I don't know. Matthew Munchman, Creatures of the Night is it is my favorite Kiss album. It really is. I don't know if it's the best gateway Kiss album. I think the reason Destroyer is the best gateway Kiss album is because you had 3 different eras of Kiss, okay? Really 2 solid eras. Like you had the 70s Kiss, then you had the 80s Kiss, and then they kind of bled off into the 90s, which Revenge is a great Kiss album, especially for like that 80s era Kiss. Revenge is probably one of their best albums for that heavier sounding rock Kiss. But the 70s it's very different. It's a different sound. But Destroyer kind of has those there's like seeds of the 80s Kiss in Destroyer. Destroyer has some heavier stuff in it. And one of my favorite Kiss songs by far is God of Thunder. God of Thunder is such an epic track. And I think Gene Simmons is probably their most underrated vocalist because listen to his work on Lick It Up. Gene Simmons on Lick It Up, he steals the show, I think. Like Not for the Innocent, Young and Wasted. I mean, he slays in that. I'm like, Gene Simmons must have been pissed or something because he's full on metal in Lick It Up in those songs that he does. You know, whereas Paul Stanley's doing what Paul Stanley does. You know, he's shaking his hips. He's bringing the ladies in. You know, he knows what he's got to do. But Gene Simmons, man, that's his album. I think Gene Simmons really kicks ass on that one. Andrew Book says, I would have to say Double Platinum. It was an album that made me a huge Kiss fan. It's a compilation, but whatever. I agree. As a matter of fact, I'll even say Double Platinum. I used to have that album on vinyl when I was really small. And it was the first Kiss album I ever heard. And it is a good gateway album because it's the greatest hits album. So, yeah. So I'd say Double Platinum or Destroyer are both excellent to get you going. But the point I was making, Jesus, all over the place. Hold on, let me take a drink. I've heard of Ghost. I haven't really delve. Is it delve or dove? I haven't delved into their music that much. But I've seen them. That, you know, Kiss influenced so many bands to put on makeup. You know, theatricality. That's what Kiss was, and they inspired so many bands to try that. You know, even like Slipknot. So I mean, that's the legacy of Kiss. I don't really like Kiss right now, okay? To me, if you have those 4 members in makeup, it's got to be Ace Frehley and it's got to be Peter Criss with Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons. No substitutes, except no substitutes. They say that Kiss is going to live on after Paul Stanley and Gene Simmons are gone. I say bullshit, okay? It's got to be those 4 original members. That's why I don't think... Now, Psycho Circus does have a couple of really good tracks with Gene Simmons. I think he actually has the best songs on that album, on Psycho Circus. But, yeah, with them in makeup, I don't think you should have, and I love Eric Singer. He's a great drummer, but I don't like Eric Singer and Peter Criss makeup at all. So, now, Wanted Dead or Alive. Let me get back to my point. The point I was making about Wanted Dead or Alive, because I really was a fan of the Gene Simmons villain era in the 80s. You know, he was trying a few movies. He was also in Trick or Treat. But I really liked him in Wanted Dead or Alive. He played a terrorist. You know, it's very cliche because he's from Israel. He has that terrorist look in that movie. But there's a scene at the end of the movie where I'm going to spoil the end of the movie for you guys. I apologize. So close your ears for like 30 seconds if you don't want to be spoiled. But I just love the ending of this movie because Rutger Hauer, he's this bounty hunter, and he's offered this bonus if he captures him alive. And so I guess he goes through so much hell, and Gene Simmons literally like kills his girlfriend. And so at the end of the movie, he has a hand grenade in Gene Simmons' mouth, and he pulled the hand grenade out of his mouth, and his head exploded. His whole body exploded, but Rutger Hauer, he said, "Fuck the bonus." That's the end of the movie. He says, "Fuck the bonus." Pulls the pin, head explodes. It's awesome. Alicia says Black Veil Brides had a whole album where they did the whole Kiss makeup. What? I didn't know about this. Damn, I'll have to check that out. That's pretty damn cool. I know Stone Temple Pilots actually did a show in Kiss makeup way back in the early days, in the 90s. You could probably find it on YouTube too, but yeah, Stone Temple Pilots did a whole show in Kiss makeup. Levi, come on, what the hell? Man, time is just flying, guys. Jesus. Now somebody said worst Kiss album. I saw Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, actually. That's not an album, but it's total cheese, and I have a fun time with it. And I think the backstory on the actual movie is just as fun as the movie itself. But it's horrible. It's like really, really, really bad. But worst Kiss album. You know, the go-to answer that everybody says is The Elder. I disagree. I think The Elder is a good album. It's just not a good Kiss album. But there's some good songs on The Elder, actually. Like Ace Frehley, A Dark Light. That's a really good song. You know, it's just a concept album. That's what they were trying to do. They were trying to do a concept album. It's not an album that's an easy listen, though. Like, I can't listen to The Elder over and over. But I think Unmasked is probably the worst Kiss album. Like, I can't get through that album. It's just bad. There's like one or two good songs on that. Shandy's a good song, and there's another one on there, but the track open. But overall, man, Unmasked is just a tough album to get through, you know? I mean, it's so bad. That era of Kiss where nobody liked the band, everybody made fun of them, they were like the laughing stock. It had such a bad effect that when they put out their, you know, arguably their best album, Creatures of the Night, it tanked. It completely bombed because nobody was willing to give it a listen. Everybody hated Kiss at the time. Lee, it's from 2011, Set the World on Fire, Badass Makeup. I'll have to check that out. Thank you, Alicia. That's awesome, actually. What did you think of Raise Your Glasses by Kiss on Psycho Circus album? It's not my favorite song on the album. Within is probably one of my favorite songs on that album, and that's Gene Simmons singing it. But there's a couple of songs on Psycho Circus, but it just feels like such a disjointed album, you know? It feels like it was thrown together because the band got back together and they needed to put out an album. And I think the production's a little bit too slick for my taste. So it's not an album I constantly reach for. I have everything up to Psycho Circus on CD. Like, I bought all their albums on CD. But yeah, it's not one that I reach for that often at all. The Ace Frehley solo album is excellent, actually. That's one I reach for a lot. New York Groove, it's awesome. The was it Rip It Out? Yeah, Rip It Out, man. That's Anton Fig on the drums. You know, being a drummer, I love his work on that album. Mikey San says I might not know all there is to know about Kiss or names of songs, and albums, but I've been a fan since I was a little kid in the 70s and 80s. Awesome. And I didn't mean for this to turn into a Kiss love fest, but there was one band, because one thing I was going to start doing with these streams is plug a little music section into these, because music is so important to me. And so maybe talk about little influences that I had along the way. I guess, what got me into drumming and stuff like that. But one band that I did listen to in the 90s that nobody really talks about that much is Bush. Because if you remember in the 90s, Nirvana came out. They completely changed the landscape of music. And so then they had all these other bands come out, that were getting greenlit by record studios. Hey, we want somebody that sounds like Nirvana. It even happened with Tool. I mean, Nirvana was part of the reason why Tool's Undertow, became a hit, got signed because of that album. Even though Undertow's not their first album, but that's the first album that got them really noticed. But one of those bands was Bush. And I will say 16 Stone, probably one of the best albums of the 90s. Pound for pound. No pun intended, because they're a British band. But easily, every single song on 16 Stone is amazing. And it's interesting to me, too, because they're a British band, and there weren't too many British bands that sounded like grunge. Grunge was mostly like a Seattle movement, or just an American movement, mostly Seattle. But Bush was... they're out of left field, when I first heard them. First off, Gavin Rossdale's voice, it's beautiful. Like, he has a grungy type of voice, but it has its own signature to it. He doesn't sound like Kurt Cobain. He's got a little bit of that rough register, but like I said, he's been given the gift of having his own particular sound. So anyway, if you haven't heard 16 Stone, look it up. Bush, 16 Stone. Listen to the whole album while you're just like vibing or something like that. That album is, wow. Their follow-up album has even better. There's a couple songs on their follow-up album that are probably like my favorite Bush songs. It's just not as consistent an album as 16 Stone is. But Cold Contagious, Swallowed, the songs off the second album are there's a few that are like some of the best. But the reason I mentioned Bush, too, is because they just released a brand new song like 2 months ago. I just noticed this morning, too. How did I find this out? There was something that clued me into that there was a new Bush song, but I can't remember what it was. I guess it doesn't matter, but I was driving to work this morning, and I saw that there was this video for a new song by Bush. It came out like 2 months ago, and I'm like, how did I miss this? And so I listened to the song, because a lot of their later stuff, since those two albums, really hit and miss. Some of it sounds a little bit too commercial. This new song, guys, it sounds like old Bush, and it's catchy as hell. I'm going to play a little bit of it for you. I have Spotify, and I'm just going to put my speaker from my phone to here, and I'm going to see if you guys can hear it, okay? Because I want you guys to hear this song. It's freaking really good. Hold on. Okay, all right. Here you go. Okay, I'm gonna hit play. I'm gonna let you guys hear maybe a little bit of this. All right, here we go. Getting chill bumps. Can you guys hear that? This chorus. Why do you hear this chorus? It's really good.
She
Isn't that great? All right, that's what I'll give you. Go check out the song's called "Flowers on a Grave," and there's a video out for it. Go watch the video. It's a really well produced video. And Gavin Rossdale is 54 years old, and I swear to God, he hasn't changed a bit. Like the guy, Jesus, he's a revelation. To be able to still look that young. Go check out the video. I swear. And there's the guitar solo in the song. Chill bumps. Like, and I didn't play the guitar solo for you. That's in the last half of the song. But wow. But that's Bush is the name of the band. The song is "Flowers on a Grave." Go to YouTube after this and check it out. Wow. And I'm not getting paid by anybody from the rec. I heard this song. I had to let you guys hear it. It gave me chill bumps. If it gives me chill bumps, I got to let you guys hear it. Okay. It had me tapping my foot, Okay. Holly, you saw them last summer. I had a chance to see them back in Panama City back in the 90s, right after they did 16 Stone. It was them and Collective Soul, and they were doing something for like MTV at the time. And a buddy of mine, I was going to go with him, and we were going to go see the show, but then something happened. I didn't get a chance to go, which sucked because my kids were real little at the time too, so that's probably why I didn't get a chance to go. But Toadies, yes. Oh man, now that does Toadies? I think they only have like one or two albums, but that first album by them, oh, that is a great freaking album. I used to listen to that thing. Like, there's a song on that first album called "Backslider." What a freaking song, man! "Backslider's" such a fun track. But Toadies, yeah, they're one of those bands. They have a very unique sound to them. You could pigeonhole them into that whole grunge movement, but they definitely had their own vibe. And that was probably one of my favorite '90s albums. Is the first album by Toadies. Really great stuff. U2, yeah, man, I love U2, especially like old U2. I happen to have the Joshua Tree on vinyl. I don't know how I got that, but yeah. Great stuff. Christopher, thanks, man. First time on the stream. That's cool. Yeah. Christopher, tell us about yourself, okay? What's your favorite movie? We're going to find out what Christopher's favorite movie is. I love that name, by the way. Christopher, that's cool. What's your favorite movie, Christopher? We're about to find out, okay? Oh, Live? You saw Live? Oh, man. Throwing Copper is another album from the 90s that is amazing. Like Throwing Copper, that's the album that really launched them. Like Live had another album before Throwing Copper, which is good, but it's no Throwing Copper. But Throwing Copper, one of my favorite songs from Throwing Copper is Waitress. I think it's Waitress. And the whole song's about this waitress in this restaurant, and she's in a pissed off mood. And so, you know how when you go to a restaurant and if a waitress is in a pissed off mood, you don't give her a tip? The song is about, you know what? Fuck you, give her a tip. She works in a restaurant. That's why she's probably upset. She works in a diner. So in the song, he's like, come on, baby, leave some change behind. She was a bitch, but I don't care. She brought the food out on time. Wore funky bread in her hair. The song is coming back to me now. He's basically saying, leave some change behind. She was a bitch, but I don't care. And then he goes, some fucking change. He literally says, some fucking change. Oh, that's a great song. Thank you, Holly. That's great memories right there. But man, so many great songs off that album, though. That's a big album. Throwing Copper. What's the name of there was a couple really big hits off of that album, too. Selling the Drama, that was one of the songs. Yeah. Lightning Crashes, that was the one that really broke them out. Elite Soundgarden, rest in peace. Jesus, man, it sucks that Chris Cornell is gone. Everybody's all about Bad Motorfinger, and Bad Motorfinger is a great album, but I'll take or is it Bad Motorfinger that I'm thinking of? The album that has Jesus Christ Pose on it. Outshined. That's the album. That's for me. That's my Soundgarden album. Okay. That is Bad Motorfinger. So what's the album after that that really broke them out with so I'm going down a rabbit hole. You guys did it. God damn you guys. Jesus. Now I got to look up. Let me look this up. Hold on. Soundgarden albums. Okay. Hey Siri, list albums by Soundgarden. All right, here we go. Hey Siri. Oh, Siri. Okay, so Siri just literally listed, put the Soundgarden on there. Okay, so yeah, Super Unknown. That's it. So Super Unknown, it's a great album. Don't get me wrong. I freaking love Super Unknown. Okay, but I'm a Bad Motorfinger guy. Okay, and if you want to really go back, Loud Love is probably one of my favorite songs, and that's before Bad Motorfinger. The album is called Louder Than Love. The song's called Loud Love. So. Yeah. So Christopher says his favorite director is Tarantino. And he said, I saw John Carpenter's Halloween when I was 13 on my birthday. So is Halloween your favorite movie? And he's 34 now. Okay. Yeah, Tarantino's one of my favorite directors too. Definitely. Yeah, Temple of the Dog, man. That was the super group with the Pearl Jam and Soundgarden. Yeah, some good stuff on that one too. They did one show together, like 20 years later, by the way. Give me your favorite bands, artists, whatever. Let me know in the chat before, because we got 10 minutes left, okay? And I want to know more about you guys, all right? What's your favorite bands? Bands, artists, whatever. You know? Let them fly. Roll them out. Chappie, what's up, man? Hey, Lee, have you ever listened to No Reflection? It's from the Chernobyl Diary soundtrack. Great rock song. You definitely need to listen to it. I'll look it up. No Reflection. Yeah, I'll check it out. Speaking of soundtracks, I did just get. Oh yeah, let me show you. I'll show you guys. I got this soundtrack. Yeah, Under the Skin. My wife got that for me. Under the Skin soundtrack. Haven't even opened it yet, but I'm really looking. I just remember the movie had some really great hypnotic music. So, and then somebody sent me this. It's like this tin, like you hear that? And it's This Community Protected Neighborhood Watch. Fred Krueger. Yeah. Okay, so favorite bands. Here we go. Oh my God, Garbage is your favorite band? I love Garbage. Garbage version 2.0, that album. Wow. Jason Nike says AC/DC, Queen, Alice Cooper, Iron Maiden, Muddy Waters, Johnny Winter. Yeah, man. Jason, you got some blues in you. Evanescence, that's cool. Man, that album, that first album by Evanescence was huge. Huge. 2003. I think it was like 2003 when that album came out. Beth says Queen, The Darkness. Ooh, The Darkness, man. I don't think I've really ventured into them that much. Foxy Shazam. Never even heard of Foxy Shazam. Journey and the Eagles. Man, the Eagles. I have been in such an Eagles mood like over the last year for some reason. When I cook, and I don't cook that much, but when I do cook, I have to be listening to the Eagles. I don't know why. It's the best cooking music ever. Seth Faber says, Lee, you should do a vlog where you go to an Ice 9 Kills concert and film your reaction. You won't be... Dude, I love Ice 9 Kills. That freaking album that was pretty much like an homage to all these different horror movies. Man, I was listening to it constantly in 2018. That is a great freaking album. The song about Halloween, of course. Man, they did Halloween justice. Really good stuff. Evanescence Fallen. Yeah, that's a great album. Really great album. It's one of those albums like there's not a bad song on it. King Crimson, that's a band that I've always wanted to get into, but I've never like ventured into them that much. Rammstein, Creed, Stone Sour, Limp Bizkit, Andy E. Yeah, Rammstein is that's a dark ass band. I've heard a few of their songs, but I've never like I guess I've never dove deep into them. Creed, I don't care what people say. Creed actually had some good music, especially their first two albums are actually really solid. What's up, Mickey? How you doing, man? Says, hey, Lee, just wanted to drop in and say hi. I hope you're doing well, bro. And by the way, my cousin Ashley made it through. Her and her baby are doing good. That's awesome, man. That's really good to hear. Oh, man, that's awesome. Yeah, because I saw what you posted earlier about her. I mean, that's crazy, getting into a car accident and you're pregnant. Jesus. Foxy Shazam, Holy Touch. I will look it up. Atomic Rooster, Blue Cheer. I've never even heard of those. I remember when I was deployed, I started getting into a lot of like music from the UK because they had UK MTV over there. Let's see, what was this in Saudi? No, it wasn't Saudi Arabia. No, this is Korea. Yeah, when I was in Korea, on the Korean TV, they had like European MTV. And European MTV, they would literally show like nudity in the videos. It was crazy. And I didn't get the band's names, but I was really into the music that they were playing. Stabbing Westward was freaking awesome. Hell yeah, man. I'm trying to think of that song that I really love, but by Stabbing Westward. And it's not the radio hit that you constantly hear. They have a song on the Escape from LA soundtrack that is excellent, actually. Kurt Cobain can't be topped as far as lyricist and melody writer. Kurt Cobain could write catchy music. You know, he wrote pretty much like pop music with a grunge sound. He created like his own type of sound. It was so unique, but at the end of the day, his songs were just catchy, you know. And I think that's he was like a master at writing the hook. So, oh my God, New Kids on the Block. New Kids on the Block were huge when I think I was a senior or a junior in high school. And I remember New Kids on the Block were like on everybody's freaking notebooks, all the girls' notebooks. You know, the NKOTB, they were huge. And every girl had their favorite New Kid. It was funny. It was definitely a time. Oh, Dave, did you mention Warrant? I used to be a really big Warrant fan, actually. No shame. The funny thing about Warrant, too, is like Janie Lane, who died back in 2011. I love their first two albums. And there's a couple really good songs off of Dog Eat Dog. It's just a heavier sounding album. But Janie Lane is a damn good songwriter. Like, especially like with lyrics and everything and melodies. He had a great voice. But the second album did not have the song Cherry Pie on it. It wasn't called Cherry Pie. He wanted to make an album that was a little bit moodier, a little bit bluesier, and the first song was going to be the song Uncle Tom's Cabin. But then the record company said, we want a catchy type of song, so he ended up writing Cherry Pie. And he hated that song. He said he always hated singing it. He never liked it. He wrote the song in like freaking 20 minutes. And it became this huge hit, but it also was their downfall because everybody made fun of them after the song came out. And if you take that album and you remove the song Cherry Pie, even though some people, it's a fun song, but if you remove that song, the rest of the album is actually it's a deep album. It's a little bit deeper than their previous album, Dirty, Rotten, Filthy, Stinking Rich, which is also a really good album, actually. Oh my God, I dropped my Monster can. Luckily it's empty. But oh my God, Bobby Williams, Extreme Porno Graffiti. That is a great freaking album. One of my favorite album openers too is from that album, Porno Graffiti. That's kind of the album. And it's funny, it's sad because Extreme is such a talented band, but they got big because of a ballad, you know? So it's almost like it doesn't count. because they had that More Than Words ballad, and that just kind of made them huge. But they were a rockin' ass band, you know. But the first song off of Porno Graffiti, let me look it up real quick. Hold on. Hey Siri, pull up Extreme Porno Graffiti. Let's see what it says. Hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Yeah, I'm looking for the track listing. Here we go. Track listing. Yeah, Decadence Dance. And then Get the Funk Out was a good tune. But look up Decadence Dance, you guys, okay? Extreme Decadence Dance. That track is kick ass. Okay? Kick ass. Damn, guys, this was a blast. I had a blast hanging with you guys tonight. Ah, man, parting is such sweet sorrow. I had a good time with you guys. I love talking about music. I talked about music a little bit longer than I meant to, but that's okay. Check out the Amoeba What's in the Bag episode with Sebastian Bach. That dude is Sebastian is a massive Kiss fan. I'm serious. Like, I've seen so many interviews with Sebastian Bach talking about Kiss. I mean, he has like a, if you saw that MTV Cribs episode with Sebastian Bach, he's got like a Gene Simmons vomitizer, and it like vomits blood. Yeah, he's a man. There's a lot of bands that are actually huge Kiss fans. There's a couple of Kiss covers albums that I can't recommend enough. Garth Brooks actually did a Kiss cover of A Hard Luck Woman, and he actually does a damn good job. Like, Garth Brooks was highly influenced by Kiss in their stage show, and he implemented a lot of their, I guess, stage design into his own stage show, and that's why he was so huge in the 90s, because his shows were like Kiss shows. They were so energetic. Maynard from Tool is a massive Kiss fan. If you really look it up, there's he does a cover of Dr. Love, him and Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine, and that track, you can only find it on this Kiss covers album. But look up Dr. Love, Shandy's Addiction. That's what they called themselves, which Kiss had a song called Shandy. But that's Maynard singing on that song. Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill. That is another album that was like a cultural phenomenon. Like, talk about a massive freaking album. And it's great. It's a really great album, actually. You know, and I think it was a couple things, okay? Great album, a lot of great songs. But when she said, would she go down on you in a theater, everybody was like, did she just say go down on you in a theater? And that was literally like a top 40 hit. So it was a lot. It was like a taboo line, and everybody started like talking about it. Like, she's really pissed at this dude that this song's about. You know, You Ought to Know is the name of the song. But yeah, the 90s were just a great era for music. 80s were a great era for music. 70s. Today, it's hit and miss. It's really spotty at best. You know, we don't have the music era today like we did back then. I don't know. Would you guys agree with me, or am I old fashioned? I don't know. First CDs were Queen, Dirty Dancing, and Billy Ray Cyrus. My first, it was a cassette, actually. I think I was around 10 years old, and I still remember my first cassettes. I got them for Christmas. 2 cassettes. One of them, Quiet Riot, Condition Critical, and the other one was Prince, Purple Rain. Those are my 2 first albums that I ever listened to. So I think those 2 albums are kind of the reason why I have such a broad taste in music. Like, I'm a massive, massive Prince fan. I'm a massive Michael Jackson fan, but I also love my heavy metal, and I also love my rock, and I also love my grunge. I love hair metal. I love music, you know? And I think those 2 albums kind of started that. That was my foundation. So, man, I swear 2 hours just flew right by like you wouldn't believe it. I had so much fun with you guys. Anyway, guys, I guess it's about time to hang it up. But I really enjoy talking music. I apologize if I talk to music too much. I get carried away when it comes to music. You can tell I'm passionate about music. But yeah, Dave Coulier. Yeah, that's who she was talking about in that song. Yep. She never said it, but everybody knew it. So anyway, guys, that's it. I'm gonna hang it up for tonight, though. But I hope you guys take care of each other out there. Stay safe. Stay positive. Keep in mind that the outside world, you don't have to let that affect you. okay? You can have your own little bubble or your own little, your little box, with your family or whatever. I'm not saying not get in touch with everybody else, but you don't have to let that outside world affect you and, what you believe. And, I don't want to get freaking, I hate to use that word political, but you know what I'm trying to say? Just be good. That's what I'm saying. Just be good to each other, okay? I don't care how bad the news is on TV. If it's Fox News, if it's CNN, you don't have to let that affect you if you don't want to, So, anyway, I'll leave you with that, though, and I hope you guys have a good night. And should I give you guys a homework assignment for next Thursday? Okay, if you're next Thursday, I want you to write down your top five zombie flicks, okay? Have your top 5 zombie flicks ready for me next Thursday, okay? I'll probably forget, but I don't want you to, all right? So, anyway, I'm gonna hang it up. I hope you guys are safe and take care of one another. Good night, everybody. Love you guys.